from the U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance, and he sounded this upbeat note about the status of U.S.-Iran peace talks as they continue to get underway this week. And he said that Iran had agreed to accept inspectors from the UN nuclear watchdog agency, the IAEA, but Tehran has pushed back, saying that it has not agreed to any new commitments in regards to its nuclear program. The U.S. President, Donald Trump, meanwhile, is zeroing in on the nuclear issue. On Monday, while he was speaking to reporters, he said this. Let's bring it up for you. U.S. President Donald Trump saying, quote, "If Iran does not live up to their agreement or if they're not behaving, I will do what I have to do," unquote. And that's the U.S. president there saying that the military option remains firmly on the table. Now, we continue to follow developments from the Strait of Hormuz, of course, and Iran has agreed to set up what they're calling this telephone hotline so the United States and other countries can coordinate and avoid any sort of misunderstandings as vessels cross through this strategic waterway. And you're looking at sort of a live visualization of the Strait of Hormuz from marine traffic on your screen. Marine traffic data has been reporting that over the last 24 hours or so, about 24 vessels had crossed the Strait of Hormuz. And breaking it down, that includes 8 tankers and 2 cargo ships exiting the Gulf. It includes 8 tankers and 6 cargo ships entering it. But still, this is just a fraction of what was then, before the war, a daily tally of about 125 ships that would cross the Strait of Hormuz on a given day. Now, we're also following the issue of oil sanctions, and the U.S. has temporarily lifted sanctions on Iranian oil. This is significant. This was a key commitment in the MOU, and this allows Iran to sell oil, crude-related products, and to receive payments for that. We continue to monitor the price of Brent crude. That's the global oil benchmark. As you can see, Brent crude is now trading about 0.5% lower. West Texas crude, that's the U.S. benchmark for oil, that is now trading down lower about 0.2%. The technical talks for peace between the U.S. and Iran will continue in the days ahead. Alex.